Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Hippa. Of the 4 Sisters realms initially available to us in the game, we've cleared 3 of them, so the only sister left for us to rescue right now is Miss Mecca. Let's go. So if you saw her name in writing, you might assume that Miss Mecca's image of true beauty is like somehow Arabian themed, because they went with the spelling M-E-C-C-A like the city, as opposed to M-E-C-H-A, which is, I'm sure, what they actually intended, implying like a robotics theme. In any case, as you'll be seeing here in a moment, she has one of the more unorthodox senses of beauty among her sisters. As you can see emerging from the portal right about now, she takes on this like reptilian form, this like scaly scientist, and while I don't deny that the giant mech that she rides around is quite beautiful, I'm not sure why she wants to look like that. It's not that attractive in my mind. In any case, this is one of the more straightforward fights. Let's just try to get some hits in to start things out. He can, the robot that is, can fling you around quite a bit if you don't grab on in a good place, but like as you can see there, once you actually land a hit, he does get stunned for a bit, which can help you line up the next one. And since I'm not really getting good torpedo action in, I'm just doing these like small hits for just a little bit of damage at a time until I can really get in a position to do the torpedo attack. Let's back off right now since he's thrusting there. Avoid that attack, and alright, let's go in for the torpedo now. Okay, perfect. Okay, I managed to stun it right next to the wall, which means if I do another torpedo, I can try to knock it into the wall there. The walls are electrified, and if it's touching the wall, you deal a lot more damage than you would otherwise. Yeah, you can see all of that electricity flying around. Perfect, I can capitalize that on that, make a few more attacks there. He's flying around now, wants to get out from away from that wall, and moves right up to the next one. So let's try some more torpedo attacks here. And now I'm going to go for the Scarf Bomb, actually. Try to exercise that Demon of Vanity, but it was not successful. It managed to shake free, which is really unfortunate, because that means that the 5 points that I spent doing that Scarf Bomb attack are just completely wasted now. Okay, let's see what's happening now. Alright, avoid that attack. Try to get a little more damage in here, and try to stun it again when I get the opportunity. There we go. Let's try yet again for the Scarf Bomb attack, hopefully with a little bit more success this time. Okay, I managed to grab on, but he just knocked me away. Okay, this one's not going my way so much. I'm going to have to spend a few more points still if I'm going to exercise that Demon of Vanity. Let's try again. I'm going to go straight for the Scarf Bomb attack, no stunning it first this time. Let's see if I have better luck. Okay, I'm holding on. I'm dealing damage. Okay, looks like this one is going to be successful. We're just going to have to keep an eye out for that butterfly, make sure I did exercise it, and there it is. Okay, and perfectly, it only has a sliver of its HP left. But it has one pretty interesting attack that we haven't seen yet. Let me back away and see if I can make it happen. That's not the one I was talking about, though. It is kind of an interesting one. If you start spinning, you just kind of want to keep your distance. Here's what I was actually talking about, these missiles. So these missiles home in on Linda, but if you grab it and then let go, they'll change their target and start homing on Miss Mecca instead. And compared to other enemy attacks that are returnable that we've seen, this one's actually really easy to negotiate because you don't have to like grab it and then release it with any particular timing. Just the act of touching it changes its target back to Miss Mecca and it homes in. So really it's just a matter of like grabbing it before it hits you, which can be a little bit difficult, but once you actually do it, it's really nice. And that's all it took, meaning that we freed Miss Mecca from the grasp of that particular Demon of Vanity, and we're free to move on to the next. Next up is Anne-Droid version 2.1, but before we go over to her, let's check out another one of those EX worlds. Alright, so here it is. We opened up some new doors in the hub world by defeating the first 4 sisters, but this is the last of the 6 initially open doors that we've yet to explore. As you can see, there's a bit of a spotlight on us, which is the only really interesting thing about this particular EX world, since it's a little bit harder to move around in, and since it has this lag that you can see, probably as a result of the spotlight. I definitely do prefer the island to this one, but it's nice to check it out since it's here. I'm currently working on this Bonita Zako over here. She seems to be a little bit stubborn. Let's see if I can get behind. And there's the helicopter, but that's okay. You can attack them even when they're in the air. And I can see the exit over there, and since I don't want to spend too much time here, we can start heading in that direction. Now, I could walk up this platform back over to the middle, and then across that platform, and then jump down over to the top of that building, or I could just use this street light here, or I could fall to my death. That's another option too. I quite like that one. But here, let's go try that again. I think that this is the way I went before. Let's jump off here. Okay, and as I was saying, in the same way that you can use the scarf to jump between islands in the other EX world, you can use these street lights posted here, stretch that, and then jump over there. Perfect. When you do it right, it's not too bad at all. Alright, let's get behind this Benita Zako, get a couple more points. I did definitely spend more points than I intended to fighting Miss Mecca, so it's nice to be able to build a few back up before we move on to Anne-Droid. But let's delay no further and go rescue that next sister of ours. Oh, but I suppose we should look around the Museum of Agony here a little bit first. Like I said, some new doors have been added to this hub world. As you can see, we now have access to a new EX world here, 2 new sisters over here, each costing 3 points to fight. And if we work our way around here, we can see a couple of sisters that cost 2 points, and the 4th EX world. For now, we're going to be going for Anne-Droid version 2.1. Let's go. I've said before that I thought that this game was a little bit ahead of its time, and here we are 6 years before Super Mario Galaxy made it cool on top of a spherical stage. Or as spherical as this game gets anyway. I think the stretch physics kind of necessitate pretty low polygon models, which is why everything looks a little bit jagged. It needed to be that way so that the game would be able to process stretching those shapes out into all of the various forms they need to take. And speaking of changing form, Anne-Droid version 2.1 here, taking the form of a satellite that circles around this spherical moon. I'm going to grab on her and go straight for the Scarf Bomb. Hopefully I can land that. Yeah, perfect. Okay. So she can be a bit of a difficult one to find, whereas most of these boss fights you spend the entire time locked onto them and you never really lose track of their location. Anne-Droid is pretty small, and her moon here that she circles is pretty big, so it's easy to lose track of her as I have right now. That's okay though, because these Zako androids that circle around the planet along with her, or down here near the surface, I can actually attack these guys too and it still damages her. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this guy here, pluck him around. I think maybe I have to actually do a torpedo attack to get any decent damage. Okay, there it is. Okay, it did pop into the pie chart, making sure that I was right about that. And as you can see, some of them get electrified, and when they do that, you want to look for the leader. The gold ones are the source of the electricity. And they also have lower defense, meaning that hitting them will deal more damage to the boss than these blue ones. Let's see if I can find the gold one. It's got to be in here somewhere. This stage is pretty disorienting. It's pretty hard to find anything, but it's a really cool concept, so I think it's worth it, and it works. You can see Anne-Droid flying around over there, but I'm a little bit enclosed at the moment. Here's the gold one. It's in the foreground. Ah, I got zapped. Okay, there it is. Let's go for the torpedo attack. Perfect. 100 damage. 100% anyway, and you can see the yellow appearing up in the pie chart there from that attack. Let's deactivate some of this electricity and go for some more damage. Ah, there's Anne-Droid. Let's see if I can attack her again, because even though you can do damage from attacking these Zako, you'll deal a lot more hitting the boss herself, but she can easily get away. Like, even if you can find her like that, she only needs to build fences of electricity to keep you away. But, okay, I'm following her pretty well right now. Let's attack this gold one and then keep moving. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna get zapped. Yeah, and as you can see, she's actually dropping the Zako as she moves. So more of them will appear as time goes by. Okay, there she is. Let's go in for another attack on the boss herself. Whoa, okay, and got flung out into space. But luckily, the gravity of the moon pulled me back in. I guess I'm just going to fight some more Zako. There she is again. Okay, just kind of flying around by her own whims. But there's a wall in the way, so I don't think I can easily get to her. Oh, the electricity went down. Perfect. Okay, and here's a gold one, so I'll attack this gold one. Alright, very good. Should be getting close now. As you can see, the electricity does deal a fair bit of damage, so if you get like hit repeatedly, if you get caught in a bad space like I am right now, you can actually accumulate damage pretty quickly, which is not good. Where did she go? Where did that Anne-Droid go? There she is. There's Anne-Droid. Okay, so let's do another jump attack. Perfect, I actually hit it that time and didn't fly off into space. But it's not quite enough, gonna have to do a few more hits still. I guess I can just pluck some of these guys to break up the electricity and try to find her again. Trying to avoid the Zako if at all possible. She seems to circle around, so I can go in pretty much any direction and eventually find her. There she is. Okay. I'm going to do another torpedo attack, and once again I go flying off in space. I'm not sure how I should really be aiming these to have that not happen. I guess I should just attack as quickly as possible? This isn't working out for me. I'm just kind of jumping around. I thought for sure that one would hit. Okay, let's try again. Come on, Linda, jump up there. I just keep getting flung off into space. Come on. Now I can't even grab her. Okay, there we go. That should be a good hit. Let's go for it. I missed again. Am I dragging on the surface of the planet or something? There's an actual hit. And it's not actually dealing that much damage. Maybe I would be having better luck just attacking the gold ones instead. But this is more fun. I like chasing after the boss herself. And just trying to avoid these other guys for the most part. Let's see. Ow. Got zapped there. Okay. Let's see if I can find her again. Yeah, so this is one of the longer bosses in terms of the actual amount of time it can take, because if you're not able to actually find her, it can drag on a little bit. That's okay though. I'd like to avoid the electricity as much as possible, because the electricity is the only thing that can damage you here, and I've already taken a fair bit of damage. I would really rather deal with the Zako as little as possible, and just focus on the sister herself. There she is once again. Let's try to get some jump attacks that actually land this time. She changed directions, but I'm going to chase after her. She's dropping some Zakos. She's trying to lead me into the electrical field, but I'm not going to fall for it. I'm just going to walk around and play it safe here, because like I said, I have taken a lot of damage. Not as much as she has, though. Ah, there's a hit. I'm getting a lot closer, though. Okay. So, let's see. You can't really lock onto her, but I still use L1 quite a lot just to strafe around. I find that to be the easier form of movement, and it gives you more control over the camera than, than you have normally. Let's see here. I can't seem to find her, so I'm just going to fight these Zakos until I do then. She doesn't have a lot of health left, so I can probably just finish things off here, playing it safe, avoiding the electricity, but still attacking these little guys. Like, if they're not close to a gold one, then they won't even get electrified. I saw her in the foreground. Okay, let's go. This is going for the kill now. It looks like just one hit left should do it if I can actually land it. No, I got hit by the electricity. Okay. There's the gold one. I'll just go for this gold one, and that should finish things off. Perfect. I saw some explosions. Was it enough? It wasn't enough. She's still alive. How is she still alive? This is going to be a close one. Okay. Good, the electricity just went out. I'm going to try to hit this, get the finishing blow. I would like to have done it on the boss herself, but... Oh no, I got hit by electricity again. I'm dead. I actually lost. Oh, I got really close. Wait, it was a double kill. I beat the boss, but I got destroyed at the same time. What happens? That was a game over. Oh man. I don't think I've seen that happen before, but it was a double kill. Alright, well, let's try again. Okay, going a lot more smoothly this time. I haven't actually taken any damage yet. I'm just going for easy hits on the little Zako here. It's a lot less stylish, but it's also a lot safer, so I'm just pulling on these little guys, getting in what damage I can, and just avoiding the electricity altogether. Don't want to get wrapped up in any of that business. And I should be able to finish things off here in a pretty timely fashion. I haven't actually seen Anne-Droid since I got the Scarf Bomb at the very start of the fight, but I think I dealt a fair deal more, either one of those would have worked, damage than I did in the previous fight. So there she is again. Alright, let's see if I can finish this off properly by attacking the boss directly. Try to get a couple of hits in here. But they don't really deal as much damage as I'd like them to, for as hard as they are to get. It seems a lot more effective just to pick on the little guys rather than go for her directly. But that did it. As you can see, the camera zooms out here, so you get to see her just sort of circling around and exploding at the end of the fight. You get a nice zoomed out view of the world here as all of the little Zako get exploded in the final explosion there. And we did it. We rescued 2 of Linda's sisters today. And that means that, let's see, that's 5 down, 7 to go. So making good progress here. Barrier of Light, keeping out the Demon of Vanity. And from here, I guess we'll be going over to the Gallery of Shame to learn a little bit more about Miss Mecca and Anne-Droid version 2.1. Very freeing to have the first death of the LP out of the way, but I was not expecting it to be there. Alright, anyway, let's learn a little bit about Miss Mecca. She's the most creative of all the sisters. When she became consumed with vanity, she wanted to become an inventor. Her vision of perfect beauty is to see herself at the helm of one of her most complex inventions. I can see that, but it still doesn't explain why she looks the way she does. Unfortunately for Linda, that invention is a giant robot. But don't worry, the robot is far from perfect and can be thrown off balance with a well-placed torpedo attack. Yeah, a couple of these descriptions seem to be more interested in giving you gameplay advice than actually really giving you more insight to the character, and here's another example of that, actually. Anne was the nerd of the family. Up until she discovered the joys of powdering her nose and applying mascara, Anne loved computers and astronomy. Computers and astronomy. Thus her inner image of perfect beauty is to be transformed into a satellite orbiting her own planet. Anne-Droid drops 2 versions of Zako, which form a chain for conducting electricity to zap Linda. The yellow Zako are the source of the charge, and blue Zako conduct. Yeah, as we figured out for ourselves just a few moments ago. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.